Greetings, everybody. This is RPG Music and Rec, where we give you some of the best music that we can offer. I'm your host, Justin.
And I'm Randy.
And this is our music recommendations. Right now, we'll be starting with a classic genre that we both know and love, and it's hip-hop. Randy, you want to start us off?
Yeah, man, I'll start us off. We saying hip-hop, right?
Yes.
All right, bet. So, I think I'm going to go with Take Care Drake album.
That's a good album.
Yeah, that's a great album.
A good album.
I mean, if you don't know that album, then you just don't listen to hip-hop music at all.
No, for sure.
I think
it's great.
I think my best three on that album is probably, now don't judge me, because this is like an in your feelings type of album.
Yes,
okay?
it
So,
is.
but I'm going to go with Headlines, Take Care, and Over My Dead Body.
Over my dead body is good.
Yeah,
That was my
because
top
you
three.
can like that one you can like sample a lot.
It's
and,
inspirational
like,
too.
It's like that album is probably like his best one out of all his albums. I mean, Drake is goated, but like out of all his albums, I think that's still his best for sure.
I low-key think, and this might be a hot take, I think if you're reading This Is Too Late, is his best album. At least most experimental.
Reading This Too Late. Okay,
It's
that
his
is a
most
good one, dude. That
experimental.
is a good one too, though. What's that one? He had an album before. It was Thank Me Later. That was pretty
Thank
good
Me Later
too.
was good.
I think that was the one he like first started when he was done with Degrassi and all that. But,
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
That
was
one was
first
pretty
mixtape.
good though. But if it's reading is too late, that one was alright. I say I put that in my top five of Drake's albums.
That's like top
But,
three Drake for me.
That's top
It's
three.
top three for me. Is top three is if you're reading This Is Too Late, Take Care, and Nothing Was the Same.
Nothing Was the Same. Now that one goated. Now
That
that's
was-
number two for me.
Yeah,
Nothing Was the
so
Same.
Take Care's your number one.
Yeah, Take Care's number one.
Okay.
Nothing Was the Same. And I'm gonna probably say Certified Lover Boy that came out. In
Really?
2020. Yeah.
I think I stopped liking Drake after Dark Lane demo tapes.
Really?
Yeah, I think he just stopped hitting like that.
I think
bar.
Certified Lover Boy was his last like old Drake that we ever got.
Mm-hmm.
Like after that, it was just after what we get now. It's just
Yeah,
like
it's
okay,
just
yeah, it's
sassy
cool.
Drake.
It's just sassy.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's doing. You know
get
what I'm
real
saying?
real feminine Drake with the little hearts and the
Yeah,
and
we
the,
need to take them braids.
yeah,
That's what
and
we need
the
to do.
braids.
Nah.
And I mean, my top three in Take Care is, well, Over My Dead Body definitely is up there.
Yeah.
Headlines is also up there. I've had it on repeat since childhood.
Yeah, for sure.
And this one I discovered because I have the vinyl for Take Care. I should have bought it if I
you
had
should have
known.
brought that one. That was pretty cool.
It's called. Damn, I forgot already the name.
You got Shot For Me. You got he did Hell Yeah, Effing Right by Lil Wayne.
That's the one.
Yeah,
The Lil
that
Wayne
one with
one.
him and Lil Wayne. Well, him and Lil Wayne, they always go
They
together.
always go,
you know?
especially in the early
Yeah.
days.
But yeah, that's my first album that I say is good. What about you, man?
Okay, well, I actually brought vinyls for this special occasion, and one of these hip hop albums was also, I think, kind of around that time
Okay.
with Take Care, and it's with Drake's close friend. Oh, at the time, I don't know where they're at right
I mean,
now.
he's still calling him the GOAT. So.
Yeah. Move this. Bam. This
Damn.
is 808s and Heartbreak by Kanye West.
Okay.
One of the most inspirational albums, I would say, to hip hop, modern hip hop to date. Kanye really brought out the 808s in this when it came to like production. Fun fact, at the time, hip hop wasn't really big into 808s. A lot of them were still using standard drums and stuff like that. Kanye was definitely one of the ones to popularize the movement of 808s and more electronic drum beats
Yeah, I
on hip
remember
hop.
that, yeah.
And also, he also popularized more emotional albums as well. So kind of like, hey, it stood up. But
Diving deep into it.
yeah,
bro.
diving deep. Yeah, so it's an album that really has had inspiration within the hip hop genre. A lot of artists, I've heard Juice WRLD was also inspired by this album, and a lot of other artists who evolved their sound because of this album. So obviously, I have to put a good mover of the genre of hip hop into my like favorite.
What's your top three songs of the album?
Number one is Paranoid.
Paranoid. That's a great.
It has a good pop
yeah.
sound, but it's also a good mix of hip hop. Heartless has to go in there because it's a banger. And Say You Will, the intro, I think
Say
is a
You
good
Will.
intro.
Yeah, that's one of the greatest intros I ever heard. Like,
no,
for real.
I'm wrong. Street Lights.
Street Lights. Ooh, okay, I like that. I like Amazing
Yeah.
on that album too. though.
Amazing is
yeah,
good.
him and Jeezy and stuff like that. That one was pretty good too.
Yeah.
I mean, Kanye's like, it's probably one of the greatest artists ever. I mean,
Yeah.
probably the greatest artist ever.
For
I mean,
sure.
I like that album too. That's top three for me with Kanye. But I also like Graduation. Graduation was a
Graduation.
good album too.
Graduation was good.
Yeah.
All
but
right.
I mean, It's all right.
Top 3 Kanye for me has to be Yeezus.
Yeezys.
Yeezus. A
Yeah.
lot of people don't like Yeezus, but I think it's one of his best works to date. It definitely like was a different album, and keep in mind, like, it sounds a little more modern now because that's what a lot of artists are doing now.
Yeah.
That album came out in like 2013.
Yeah, that's dang. That's
Yeah, that's a
13 years ago. Yeah.
that's a different sound
Mm-hmm.
compared to, you know, what they was doing back then.
Yeah.
You know, I think the only like Chicago was really banging back then because
I know,
Chief
bro,
Keef came
yeah.
in with drill at that time.
Yeah,
and
I
Kanye
know.
came in with that
Yeah,
industrial
that was
rap.
like the Chink passing the torch
Yeah.
with Chief Keef and all that.
Right.
But yeah, Kanye, bro, he goated
Mhm.
for sure. You ever got his Yeezys, like his shoes and stuff like
Yeah, I
that?
have 2 pairs.
You had two? Yeah, I got
Yeah.
some too.
But that was
Low-key
when they
kinda scared to
became
wear 'em in
cheap.
public now.
No, for sure. Now that was back when they was cheap.
Yeah.
Cause I didn't never get them at the peak where they were like 600 for a pair.
Oh yeah, that,
1,000 for a
I ain't get it
pair.
when that was crazy.
Like I got them like when Adidas like was selling all the Yeezy stock because they didn't want it in their shelves no
Exactly,
more. Like
yeah.
I got them for like $70,
It's around
but
same.
like I was like, it's easy, you know.
Exactly,
I'll
bro. Got
take
to,
it.
bro. Like I don't care how crazy he is, I'm still gonna rock a pair.
I'll take
around the house. at least.
Exactly. You know, I'll
Yeah.
keep one in the house. I'm like I have 3 pairs because I got the socks.
Oh,
The
you got
socks that are like
too?
shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Dang,
only worn
I
them a
never
few
thought
times.
about that. Getting the
Mhm.
socks. Mm.
Yeah, it's because
They
the stuff
comfy?
is cheaper now.
Oh, are they cheaper?
Yeah,
Dang.
everything. Like he has his own website and he still sells
real?
like
I
shoes for
didn't
like
know.
$60.
Really? Mm.
I'll take that.
Shit, I might give me another pair.
Yeah.
You never know.
The slides is like 40 now. They used to be
Slides?
like 300.
Kanye still go for that though.
Yeah, exactly. He made it cheap for everybody. So
Yeah.
I gotta get. Look, I don't agree with everything he says, but I think like in my heart, music wise, he's still the GOAT. You know what I'm saying?
Really? So
Yeah.
he's your goat.
I mean, yeah, I had to really disassociate Kanye from like his music a lot because there's some days where he's like, he's back, he's good, he's chilling,
Yeah.
everybody's kind of gaining their trust again.
Now I will
with the
say
artist.
this though, like any album that happens, like if I had somebody to do an album, Kanye would be my first
Kanye
choice
would
for
be-
sure.
All right. Well, past Kanye, I guess we'll have to move to another one because as interesting as Kanye is, I think the pop genre has also become like a pretty
Yeah.
prominent genre that a lot of people talk about. What would be your favorite pop album?
Pop. I'm gonna surprise you with this one.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go with Usher Confessions album. I don't know if you ever heard Usher.
You know
before.
what? I haven't tapped into Usher as much as I should, and I'm really big into a lot of like.
So like a
music.
lot of his stuff is like sampled. So
Mm-hmm.
I go with Confessions. I don't know if you ever heard that song before. It's like these are my confessions. Like he basically saying that he had a kid that he didn't know about. Basically
Oh.
just talking about but
Dang.
that album was pretty good. He also had like OMG. I don't know if you like. Oh my gosh,
Nah.
you ever seen him perform at the Super Bowl?
I think
like 2 years ago?
I think I've heard that one.
Yeah, it's
if
like
I hear it,
he got a lot of people on that song. Like he got like Luda. Like I don't think Luda's on that song. I think Will I Am on that song actually.
Okay, I know. It's like it sounds like upbeat, real
Yeah,
like
it's upbeat,
EDM.
yeah.
All right.
But I'll start with that.
I didn't know that
Usher.
was Usher. I thought that was Will I Am featuring Usher.
Nah, that was Usher and Will I Am. That's what's
Okay.
crazy. But yeah, I think I'm gonna start with Usher. I think I'm gonna give him some little bit of love because
Really for pop.
for pop, he's one of their goats in
I
that.
think I only
genre.
ever listened to a few Ushers. Other than the popular songs, like the only Usher song I could think of that isn't as known by like the public, like general public, would be like, I mean, it's still known, but not by everybody. Would be
Yeah.
You Don't Have to Call.
You don't
the
have to.
song?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. I think that's on the same album actually.
Really?
Yeah.
I
think that's on
like
the
I
same-
like that song. I like Pharrell's production on it.
Yeah.
Pharrell did a great job
Oh
on
yeah,
it.
Pharrell's goated. A lot of people don't show him enough love.
Yeah.
But-
Have you seen the movie?
Yeah. You
The
told
Lego
him,
one?
which one?
The Lego one that his documentary essentially.
No, I haven't seen
You
that.
should watch it. You see how many hits he's made
Really?
at that time. Yeah.
No, I heard Pharrell's goated though.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, man? What's your pop one?
I got 2 albums because I couldn't pick from them.
Okay.
They're not as big and pop oriented, I guess. They're like a little side by like difference. But I'll start with one and I'll put this other one right here and I'll switch it later.
All right.
I chose 2 because it was hard for me to pick between 2
Born
of them.
to Die by Lana Del Rey.
Yeah, Born to Die by Lana Del Rey. I don't really know if it's considered pop, but a lot of her songs would be like considered pop music.
Yeah.
Lana Del Rey, as honestly, I never got into her until like high school when I knew somebody who really liked Lana Del Rey.
Yeah.
And ever since then, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm hooked, but I could say that I respect her music a lot. I respect the artistry. I think she's inspired a lot, and she's actually very involved in hip hop as well. She's involved with like ASAP Rocky. I remember at that time she
Really?
was really involved with hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
So she was around like ASAP Mob a lot.
Yeah.
And I think she's helped them out with their music. She's also done songs with The Weeknd.
Okay.
So I
Yeah, she
checked
looked
her out.
familiar for sure.
Yeah.
You think this is her best album right here?
I think it is definitely her most popular because
Popular
of
one, okay.
the one song that I remember when I was a kid. It's called "Summertime Sadness."
That sounds familiar. I think if I ever heard his name, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and so that's one of like the songs that people know her for. But listening to this album, I think the two other songs I like is "Video Games" and the intro to the song as well, "Born to Die." I think her music is very unique. It kind of gives like she gives us like old American aesthetic, like like
aesthetics and stuff
like
like that.
60s, 50s, like
Man,
farm
she take
girl.
it way back then, huh?
Yeah, but not like with the music. It sounds more modern, but her aesthetic is like real. Like she big on the ranches and being in the old truck, being picked up by like a man that she really likes.
She still
So,
performs?
Yeah, she still performs. She got like she's released an album a few years ago, but I think she still performs every now and then.
Oh, okay.
So this one definitely was a good one. My top three again being Born to Die, Video Games, and Summertime Sadness.
Yeah, okay. So what's this one?
So this one actually I have a lot more context to. This one was essentially like big during my time in middle school. It's called Ballads by Joji. He's an Asian artist, but his music is in English. He used to be a YouTuber.
Really?
Yeah, he had a lot of traction on YouTube. He started the Harlem Shake trend.
Really? That's who
Yeah.
started the Harlem Shake?
Yeah.
Was him?
Yeah.
That's crazy. And he made an album
And
after that? That's some
he
legendary stuff.
he started making music after that.
That's
And
crazy.
the album has like so many hits. I think this is one of the few albums I have that I can like listen to from top to bottom and like every song.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. What he was just a regular what YouTuber he was doing? Like what type of YouTuber he was doing?
I don't know if you ever heard of a YouTuber called Filthy Frank.
Yeah, that was him?
That's him.
Really? Did
Yeah.
not know that.
Yeah, so
That
he
is
started
crazy.
making music a while back, and ever since then, like he's done a lot of work. So his albums are great, but this one overall is my favorite, and
Okay.
I also like this album because
Especially his music videos. I think he probably have the greatest music
Yeah.
videos ever, you know?
Off the Wall, I think my favorite song is the song that's titled after the album.
Yeah.
It has like such a like disco funk vibe. Like every time I hear the beat go off, I'm like,
Yeah, it just make you want to vibe to it and just start
Yeah.
dancing.
So, and then he sings it very well. I think that's a side of Michael Jackson I'm not used to seeing because I know he started off with a lot of the disco and funk.
Yeah, you know, he started off as a kid. Remember, he was with his brothers.
Yes, and
he was
they were
with
making
kids,
soul with
yeah,
the
making
Jackson
soul,
5
Yeah, but then he wanted to switch over to pop.
to pop.
Yeah, that's legendary though. But he got a lot of legendary songs. I mean, up until what? This Is It, right? I think that's what.
Yeah, that's where like
That was
the
his
album
last
that
album.
yeah his last album before he passed.
Yeah.
And I mean Michael had aura, bro.
Bro, what?
Michael
he
had
was
aura.
scared before he died. I mean,
Yeah.
we love Michael though, but I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, but I think Michael was probably the greatest pop star of all time.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
And honestly, with Michael Jackson, I mean, the bro's the GOAT. I can't lie, bro. I saw
Yeah.
a clip of him where he was like, he came out on the stage and people were cheering for like 20 minutes straight.
Yeah, nobody, he didn't do
And
nothing
he didn't
at
do
all.
nothing for 20 minutes straight because people were too busy cheering.
Yeah, I don't think nobody else could do something like that.
Okay. So you have your king of pop though, but who's yours like rock guys?
Rock guys?
Yeah,
Not gonna lie, bro.
put these away.
I think the rock, I sample a lot of rock. So I think I'm gonna go with the Beatles.
The Beatles.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a throwback.
So, I mean, they really started it, to be honest. I mean, the Beatles was probably the one that I listened to the most out of rock and everything. Maybe, I know a couple of Elvis Presley songs. I mean, Elvis was pretty good. I
Okay,
mean,
so you go way back with rock.
yeah, so I haven't gotten into like the newer version of rock for real, but I be hearing a lot of like samples out of it, and it sounds pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
With rock, I think I'm the opposite where I haven't explored too deeply into like old rock.
Yeah.
Like I low key, I'm one of those people that, if I'm being honest, I used to like trash on the Beatles. I thought they were overrated.
What?
Until I heard one album.
So you heard one album and
Yeah,
just changed
and
your
I
mind.
was like, you know what? They weren't too bad at experimenting than I thought. I thought they were a basic pop band that just got.
Nah.
But then I listened to Revolver.
Revolver, yeah.
I'm gonna get that album on vinyl. It's really experimental,
Yeah,
and
you
I
should
like
get that
it.
one, bro.
It's that was a psychedelic rock album, and I like psychedelic rock.
Yeah.
So I always thought it was like crazy to like think that the Beatles. I thought the Beatles were just like the cutesy little love songs, you know,
Nah,
kind of
man.
like the
A
Beach
lot of
Boys.
songs are sampled by the Beatles, and like a lot of songs that you hear today, rock. It could be rock, hip hop, pop, are sampled by the Beatles. Like they really started a lot of music industries, you know.
So, you know, after that, like I kind of gave him more respect, but I still don't like him, at least as a personality. Like the
Yeah.
same with Kanye. Like I'm not a big fan of like John Lennon or
Yeah,
you know,
I mean,
and
they
how he
wasn't the
was.
best dudes,
They
but
wasn't
like,
the best dudes,
like
you know.
their music was great.
Their music
but,
was great. So seeing their experimental era during my American history or American, I think, history of music.
Oh, you did take that
Yeah,
class, right?
it was interesting seeing that they actually had more involvement with like the development of certain music, and it made sense why so many people back then thought the Beatles were so like. Was you know how some people now they look at an artist like, oh, that person's a bad influence, or
Yeah.
like say it's a satanic. Like they thought about the Beatles, and I look at the Beatles back in the day, it's like a bunch of British dudes in bowl cuts. How are they like so,
Yeah.
you know, mean and like why are they seen this way? Until I
Yeah.
listened to Revolver, I'm like, if I was listening to this as a uber conservative parent back in the day,
You're right.
because you know back then they were really really conservative with
Yeah,
ideas.
they was.
I would have been like, no, my child's not listening to this. Like it sounded weird.
Okay, so let me ask you a question then. So since we just talked about, you know, rock, hip hop, and pop culture, like where would you think like all this music and where the music industry is going today, especially now that you like took the class, you know?
A lot of people, every generation is quick to say that music is going in the wrong direction.
Right.
Or there's always those generations, like our generation, that are so stuck on a certain timeline. But eras exist for a reason.
Right.
And then when you look back, you'll realize it isn't as bad as you thought it was. And as a matter of fact, it moved. Like right now, hip hop, we're in this big rage era where EDM and a lot of rage music is being inducted into hip hop, you know, and so now it's becoming its own
combining it
genre.
together, right?
Yeah. You know, which started like in 2020 with Playboy Cardi and
Yeah,
you know,
I mean, I
Cardi
like
dropped
Playboy
a lot of
Cardi.
Red
Yeah,
and-
yeah. I like Playboy, Travis.
Yeah.
I listen to all those guys. Man.
So, you know, and it's people are bashing it now, but they're gonna look back on it and they'll be like, nah, for sure, it definitely had a different sound.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
it's the
that's
same thing with
music
rock.
industry. I mean,
It's
it's
music in
always
general.
gonna, you know,
It's gonna change. It's gonna
change.
evolve.
no matter what the generation is.
Yeah, we're some of us are gonna get older and we're gonna conserve to what we listened to at
Yeah.
that time and be like, nah, I don't want to listen
Exactly
to that. New
that.
stuff.
We're gonna be old and
Yeah.
wrinkled and have, you know,
Yeah.
kids, and they were like, listen to this. We're gonna be like, what the heck is that? What the hell is what?
Yeah.
Like, turn that BS off. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
exactly. Like, let me show you some real music, son, and it's like from our generation.
Right. We're gonna show them the Kanye,
Like,
and they were like,
the
what is
Kanye's
this?
and the Kendricks and everything,
Yeah.
you know. But I think music is always gonna be far from what it once was because it's just how it is. It's always gonna be that way. I think with music now, it's always harder to see where the new sound comes from because it's everywhere.
Yeah, it is.
There's
everywhere,
nothing's
yeah.
new under the sun.
Yeah, everything is changing. So I mean, I think you're right, bro. I think music is always going to change, and I don't think that it's ever going to like go back to how it used to was.
Yeah,
because, like,
it doesn't.
some eras are
what
just better than
happens
others.
typically is it's not gonna go back completely to how that era was, but
Yeah.
people who grew up in that era
Yeah.
and listen to that music will take from that
Yeah.
and create something new out of it.
And they always going to try to
Yeah.
compare, you know.
Yeah,
it's
and it happens all the time.
It's really impossible to compare like this generation and that generation.
Yeah.
It's just that we gonna have goats for generations, right? So
Right.
it's just like right now, I think we're in an era of hip hop where, like, you know, Playboy Cardi and even the girls like Sexy Red, or they're it's like their turn right now.
Yeah, it's their
And
turn.
They're not gonna be the same what we listened to when we was kids, you know.
Yeah.
So I think
For
that's
sure.
just how music is going to be. It's just always going to change.
Yeah, I mean, and going into like the album that I think really is a subject of like that transition of what rock once was and is, has to do with Radiohead. So I have the vinyl here.
Yeah, I remember you said radio.
So Radiohead is credited. Some people may not like it, but oftentimes it is true that Radiohead has and like always has been from their inception a very experimental rock group, and they really push the alternative rock genre.
Right.
Like you look at what they were doing back then in like the 90s, nobody was really touching what they were doing. You
So
know?
when this album come out?
This album came out like later on, like somewhere around the 2000s, if I remember correctly.
I
In
remember
Rainbows is one of my favorite
Okay.
Radiohead albums. And depending on who you ask, there's like a lot of Radiohead fans out there, like diehard, who will be like, nah, you're just like, you know, you're basic. Like everybody wants to be unique, but
Yeah.
I like it.
No, it's a unique cover for sure.
It is a unique cover too. It looks like an acid trip, and that's why I
Yeah.
like it so much. You know, and a lot of the songs there have had like it has such a like electronic yet spiritual like it links with me at a spiritual level, if I'm being honest, the way the music hits. Like sometimes when an artist makes music, there's a certain note or certain sound that they use that really knows how to touch a certain part of your heart or soul. And I think In Rainbows really does that for me.
You think Radiohead does that like
They do that pretty often.
Pretty
you
often.
know, like I remember the first album I listened to when getting into Radiohead was OK Computer.
Okay,
And
Computer.
that one was crazy.
Really?
A lot of different sounds, a lot of unique takes, and the album was pretty old. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I
like
definitely
you
gotta
hear
take
it
a
now,
listen, bro, for sure.
for sure, and you hear it now, and it's like it's it still keeps up with what's been done. You know, so I mean, my top three from this album, honestly, has been this acid trip of an album has been Jigsaw Falling Into Place, Weird Fishes, and Nude.
For sure, man. I gotta take a listen one day.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, but I guess that's our last genre.
Okay.
So of course we're gonna leave it up to here. Three unique genres that we talked about, distinct and very popular within everybody's ears. Everybody's heard at least one of these genres before, whether you liked it, loved it, or hate it. Music is a very important part of who we are as a society. It's what we built
doubt.
upon ourselves to come together. And so, you know, being able to talk to this, you know, it allowed me to get to know Randy a little more.
For sure, man. Appreciate talking with you.
Appreciate talking with you too. This is RPG Music and Rec, and as always, I'm your host, Justin.
And I'm Randy.
And that's the end of our conversation about beautiful music.
See you next time.